trillions could flow through cryptos like Stellar XLM and Zion coins could benefit. How am I arriving at that? How am I coming to that conclusion? Well, before all of that, please like, subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and I can keep delivering more and more content like this to you more frequently. Now, with that aside, people, yes, we know it's all about the fundamentals, but to make money in crypto, you really need to understand both fundamentals and technicals. But today, we're looking at what is happening in the markets fundamentally with digital money, and more specifically, what is happening with CBDCs. Well, people, it seems the IMF have created a blueprint for their digital money, their central bank digital money, CBDCs. And really, what this means is that digital money is here to stay. But what are some of the crux of this? I mean, we've heard before that actually some US states, some US mayors in US states are against CBDCs. They do not want to use a CBDC. Actually, they're happy with digital money that's already here. Digital money of the people, like Bitcoin, like XLM, like XRP, like Ethereum. You know, these are people's money essentially, and it's not controlled by one central authority. Everybody around the world can have a say in this, and really this is the conflict that we could have. However, before all of that, let's just have a little look at what Altcoin Daily has brought to us.
Key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control.
So the IMF present their blueprint for CBDCs. They say it's going to lead to easier compliance checks, easier capital controls, cheaper cross-border payments. We shall find out. And really, this could be a clear indication as to the trend of digital currencies, including cryptos. I think we need to keep an eye on this.
For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
In a direct quote today from Tobias Adrian, the director of the IMF's Monetary and Capital Markets.
In our view, regulatory steps should be taken to make sure that these markets are safe for investors.
He says on why CBDCs globally are a benefit. Our blueprint for a new class of platforms would enhance and ensure greater interoperability, efficiency, and safety in cross-border payments, as well as in domestic financial markets. The current cost, sluggishness, and opacity of cross-border payments today comes from limited infrastructure.
You should pass regulations to make sure that identities are captured, that integrity is ensured.
In fact, the IMF has always been pretty vocal that CBDCs are programmable money. Here's the Deputy Managing Director of the IMF sharing how CBDCs would allow the government to precisely control what people can and cannot spend their money on.
The third way we think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contract, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example, consumption coupon. For example, food stamp. By programming CBDC, those money can be precisely targeted for what kind of people can own and what kind of use this money can be utilized, for example, for food. So this potential programmability can help government agencies to precisely target their support to those people who need support.
And while the race is on, it seems, for the IMF to keep control, Bitcoin, the people's money, is only getting bigger. New, the $4.5 trillion in assets under management, Fidelity, is rumored to be filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF, following BlackRock, and to do this in part, the rumor is they're about to buy Grayscale.
That's great, thanks for that info, Altcoin Daily. But really, we've done our research, haven't we, people? And we know that CBDCs are likely to be interoperable with cryptos. And I think that is the world where we're at. If we live in a democracy, it has to be interoperable. And 100% certain that cryptos are not going away. It's just that governments around the world want to get rid of cash. And, you know, we could see clearly that this does give them full control over government money, fiat money. And, you know, cash isn't really traceable. Yes, it's got barcodes on it, or not barcodes, it's got the serial numbers on it. But once that's gone, it's gone. You know, that can change through so many hands, and you can't really keep account of that. You can't keep a ledger. And with cryptocurrencies, we have a digital, decentralized ledger that's on millions of computers around the world, and we can call this information as of and when we want within seconds. So we can look into ledgers and know where, you know, what transaction's gone where, essentially, or from what account to which account it's gone from and to, right? So this is essential when we're talking about digital currencies, and this is what the government wants with their CBDCs, but they want an internal system, not a decentralized system where everybody actually has a say in what's going to happen to the ledger, if there's any advancements going to be made. You know, we may have a group of people that decide that actually this is best for Bitcoin, or actually this is best for Stellar, and guess what happens? Yes, people, we have a fork. Okay, so you have a different fraction, and that is a different currency altogether on its own. It may have started from the Genesis block, pretty much what you could say about Genesis itself if you believe in the Bible. We all started from Adam and Eve if you believe it, but there you go. I mean, that's literally, essentially what the blockchain is like. It started from one single place, this being Bitcoin, let's just say, and it's forked numerous times, creating different digital currencies. But you can trace that ledger all the way back to the beginning. So CBDCs could potentially be harmful for people on the ground. When we're talking about welfare, people getting their state pensions, perhaps, people getting their welfare money, or their family allowance, if you don't hit a certain criteria, you just don't get it because the computer says no, right? But look at it in hindsight, that's pretty much how it is anyway, really, isn't it? You know, if you don't hit that certain criteria, you don't fill out that documentation, humans got to go through it all, and really this could take weeks. It could take a lot longer to get that money out to you because of that human interaction, right? If it's on a blockchain and it's got to hit a certain set of rules, that could be done a lot quicker. So potentially it could be a good thing, right? Who knows? We'll only know until we get there, and mark my words, people, we will be getting there. In any case, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to check out the documentary I did, Banking on Bitcoin Revisited. Yeah, have a great day. Take care now.